Imagine you're a young Oglala Sioux living in a time of great upheaval and conflict. How would you protect your people? Let's delve into the early life of the enigmatic warrior Crazy Horse. Born in the heart of the Lakota culture, a society rich with traditions and spiritual significance, his life was woven with the threads of family, community, and the vast plains that stretched out like an endless canvas. As a child, Crazy Horse was taught the values of bravery, fortitude, and wisdom. His father, a respected shaman, filled his young mind with stories of ancient heroes and the spirits that guided them. His mother, a compassionate woman, taught him the importance of community and respect for all living things. But even as a young boy, Crazy Horse was not blind to the tension that began to rise like a brewing storm on a once peaceful horizon. The first encounters with white settlers were fraught with curiosity and caution. The Lakota, a proud and independent people, watched as these newcomers began to encroach upon their sacred lands. The buffalo, vital to their way of life, started to dwindle in numbers, and the once clear streams began to muddy under the weight of the settlers' expansion. The stakes were high, and the air was thick with anxiety. The Sioux tribes, once living in relative peace, found themselves on the precipice of a conflict that threatened to shatter their way of life. The peaceful plains were now arenas of tension, as the Sioux tribes grappled with the unsettling reality of these encroachments. Crazy Horse, young as he was, felt a fire kindling within him. He saw his people's land being invaded, their sacred buffalo hunted almost to extinction, their clear streams muddied. He saw the fear and uncertainty in the eyes of his people. What would you do if you saw your sacred lands being invaded? Would you fight back or seek peace? The answer for Crazy Horse was clear. He would protect his people, defend his land, and uphold the honor of the Sioux Nation, no matter the cost. You've decided to fight back. Now you're at the Fetterman battle, outnumbered yet determined. What's your strategy? Let's delve into the mind of Crazy Horse. The year is 1866, and you're at the heart of the Fetterman battle, also known as the Battle of the 100 in the Hands. You're outnumbered, backed into a corner, but there's a spark of resolve in your eyes. You're Crazy Horse, the Oglala Sioux warrior, and defeat is not in your vocabulary. The battle is a part of Red Cloud's War, a series of conflicts between the Lakota and the United States Army. The odds, it seems, are stacked against you, yet you're not deterred. You know the terrain like the back of your hand. Every hill, every valley, every hiding spot. It's your home, after all. Now picture this, a decoy party. You lead it, drawing the unsuspecting enemy into an ambush. It's a risky move, sure, but it's also a stroke of tactical genius, a testament to your strategic prowess. The U.S. Army is formidable, but they're on your turf, and you know how to use it to your advantage. The decoy party, small but mighty, lures Captain Fetterman and his troops away from the safety of Fort Phil Kearny. They follow you, thinking they're on the offensive, not realizing they're walking right into a trap. You lead them into an ambush where a large group of warriors lies in wait. The result? The U.S. Army suffers its worst defeat on the Great Plains until the Battle of Little Bighorn a decade later. The Battle of the 100 in the Hands is a turning point, a significant victory for the Lakota. It cements your reputation as a leader, a tactician, a warrior. It's a moment of triumph amidst a time of conflict and turmoil. Crazy Horse's decision led to a significant victory for the Lakota. Would you have made the same call? Despite the victory, the war is far from over. The love of your life has been taken captive. How far would you go to save her? In the heart of this warrior named Crazy Horse beats an undying love for a woman known as Black Buffalo Woman. Their love story is as intense and complex as the swirling prairies they once roamed. Bound by shared dreams and common struggles, their hearts danced to the same wild rhythm of freedom. Then came the day of sorrow. The U.S. Army, in a show of force, captured Black Buffalo Woman. Imagine, if you will, the anguish of Crazy Horse. The woman he loved, taken from him, held captive in a world she didn't belong. But Crazy Horse was not a man to stand idle in the face of adversity. His love for Black Buffalo Woman was a flame that could not be extinguished, and it fueled his determination to rescue her. As the sun set, painting the sky with hues of courage and hope, Crazy Horse embarked on a daring mission. The stakes were high. It wasn't just about the battle against the U.S. Army. It was a battle for love. A battle for the right to live and love freely, without chains, without fear. His heart pounded in his chest, each beat echoing the name of his beloved. The journey was fraught with danger, but Crazy Horse was undeterred. His love was his compass, guiding him through the darkest nights, across treacherous terrains, towards his beloved. With courage as his shield and love as his sword, Crazy Horse defied all odds. His rescue mission was not just about freeing Black Buffalo Woman, it was about reclaiming their right to love, to dream, to live as free spirits on the land that was their home. In the face of danger, Crazy Horse chose love. Would you risk everything for love too? You fought bravely, but the odds are mounting. At the Battle of Little Bighorn, would you make your last stand? The year is 1876. The sun blazes over the rolling hills of Montana, casting long shadows over the Little Bighorn River. There, a fierce warrior named Crazy Horse leads his people, the Sioux, into what would be one of the most iconic battles in the history of the American West. Against the might of the United States Army, the odds are heavily stacked. Yet, Crazy Horse does not waver. A warrior's heart beats within his chest, a heart that knows no fear, only courage and resilience. He rallies his warriors, instilling in them the same indomitable spirit that defines him. The Battle of Little Bighorn unfolds with a fury of gunfire and war cries. Crazy Horse, astride his trusted steed, charges forward, his voice echoing across the battlefield. His presence is a beacon of hope for his people, a symbol of resistance against an overwhelming force. Despite the daunting odds, Crazy Horse fights with a ferocity that embodies his name. His leadership inspires his people, pushing them to heights they never thought possible. They fight not just for their lives, but for their freedom, their land, their heritage. Yet even the bravest warrior must face the reality of a battle like this. The Sioux are outnumbered, their resources dwindling. The odds seem insurmountable. Yet, in the face of almost certain defeat, Crazy Horse stands tall. He chooses to fight, to resist, to survive. His decision to make a last stand at Little Bighorn is not just a testament to his courage, but to his unwavering dedication to his people. He knew the risks, the potential for loss, but he valued the freedom and dignity of his people above all else. Crazy Horse chose to fight till the end. Faced with the same circumstances, would you stand your ground? In the end, Crazy Horse was betrayed and killed, yet his spirit lives on. How would you want to be remembered? Such a question provokes thought, doesn't it? The legacy of Crazy Horse is one that continues to resonate, centuries after his untimely demise. This legendary Sioux chief, who once roamed the Great Plains with an unquenchable spirit of resistance, met a tragic end, brutally betrayed by those he trusted. The circumstances surrounding his death are shrouded in mystery and controversy. Some say he was killed while resisting arrest, others claim it was a deliberate act of treachery. Regardless of the exact details, his death marked the end of an era, a poignant reminder of the struggles faced by the Native American people. But let's not dwell on the tragic end. Instead, let's turn our focus to the enduring legacy of Crazy Horse. For he did not merely exist, he lived, fought, and left an indelible mark on history. Today, a monumental tribute to Crazy Horse stands tall in South Dakota, carved into the face of Thunderhead Mountain. The Crazy Horse Memorial, as it's known, is a testament to the strength and resilience of the Native American spirit. It's more than just a colossal sculpture. It's a symbol of resistance and perseverance, an echo of Crazy Horse's defiant cry, "My lands are where my dead lie buried." The monument serves as a stark reminder of the sacrifices made by Crazy Horse and countless others in their fight for freedom and dignity. It is a beacon, illuminating the path for future generations, urging them to remember, to learn, and to honor the spirit of resistance. Crazy Horse's life was marked by courage and defiance. His legacy continues to inspire people all over the world, reminding us of the power of resilience in the face of adversity. If you were in his shoes, what legacy would you leave behind?